Okay. I'm doing some tactics training here on chess.com. I'm up a pawn, but there's a big threat to my king. Black will play bishop g1, bishop f2, bishop g3, which will cost my queen. So I need to find something. I need to find a real way. I was thinking rook d8, but bishop takes d8, and I want to take the queen. The bishop on d8 now takes my queen. So that's not an option. Rook takes g7 is almost an option. Not quite. So okay, so I'm looking at the forcing moves. So rook d8 doesn't seem to work. Queen takes d7 doesn't. But queen c5 might work. And the idea here is simply to block the bishop from coming here, and the bishop can't take the queen because of rook d8. Then we have Arabian mate or Arabic mate. So I'm pretty convinced black can't really do anything against this. I'm also threatening a queen check here. And if rook e8, well, I'll just take on b6. So that's it. And the problem was rated 2671. It took me too long. I don't have the timer up, so I don't know how long it should be taking. Yeah, in general, I don't think it's a very helpful feature to know if the problem should be difficult or hard. You just try to solve it. Immediately here, I'm attracted by this stray rook here on e7, and I want to play king f8. After rook takes e6, play king f7 and trap the rook. Is there any reason? No, I don't see any reason why not to, so I'm just gonna do it. So that was it. Off to a good start. Let's try and keep it up. Rook takes d3. Pawns are equal. Loose pieces for white on h1 and f4. Forcing move like queen takes c2 doesn't do anything. Possibly attacking the bishop does something. Like knight d5. That might be a strong move, knight d5. Stopping any knight discoveries because I take with the knight on f4. And the only piece that can protect the bishop and protect the knight is the queen, but it's stuck on c2, so I like knight d5. This one, this knight, because we want to open for the bishop on g5. This looks very hard to deal with. The white, the knight goes back. And here I was thinking knight b4. If rook c3, I take a knight 2. Yeah, but looking at it now, maybe knight takes f4 is also an option. Knight takes f4, knight takes bishop d5, followed by knight d5. That might be even stronger. Rook here, knight here. Rook d2. That's maybe not clear, so I'll take bishop here. And any like rook c3 move, I'll take on g5. Chat, I kind of like it. Bishop g5 from result. Took a bit too long, but happy with the result either way. Okay, here we just took our piece on b4, and if we take back, we're down a bunch of pawns. His queen is attacked, which I'm just noticing now. I'm just trying to figure out the position. Currently down a queen, down a piece, but we can take a queen. Why wouldn't we take the queen? Why on earth wouldn't we take the queen? In what world am I not taking a free queen on d4? Knight takes d4, it takes b4. This bishop takes f3 maybe stronger? Because it's made on d1 and the queen can't go anywhere? Bishop takes f3 first. Aha, they're trying to trick me. They tried to trick me. Bishop takes f3 first. Queen takes d8, rook takes d8. Because if we take immediately, he takes with a knight. This guy's hanging. And he's only down. I mean, has he rook and a piece for the queen, but we take here. It's going to be a whole rook. Right? Tricky bastards. Tricky bastard. Rook on f8, which are now clear. Take rook d8, thank you. That was a tricky one, but it took me too long. So it was -4. 49% pass rate though, that's fair enough. Thought already pressed, next problem. Oh, we're down a million pawns. But we can make a pass pawn with pawn to b4. If we take on f4, there's a3, stopping our pawns. So the only possible first move is b4. I don't even have to think about it. Let's get it on the board. Even in a real game, I wouldn't have to think about it. So now the king position is important. If I go to g7, there's e5. Take on c3, go b3. It takes on d6. Now I have to move my king again, which I don't like. Move my king to e7, there's g6. Go to the third rank, g7, second rank. Yeah, that's not good. But I can also king e7, g6, take on c3, g7, king f7, e5, c2, take on d6, e1, or b1. That's probably better on b1 so I can bring the queen back. So I like king e7. I like king e7 for some reason. f7, why do I not like that? e5, b3, g6 check takes, yeah. I think I like this one. It's almost intuitive, I hope I'm right. Yes. King f4, and now I have to move the b pawn. If I take on c3, there's king here, so it looks fairly simple, correct move. Let's take, problem solved. Only +4 for that. Feels like I've seen this one before. It looks like queen g5 should be obvious, but then there's rook a1 check, queen f3. So rook a6 first. But then there's queen d1 perpetual, right? Queen a5 then? There's no checks. Where does the rook go? It doesn't have an open file. Queen can't protect it. Rook d8 also, if it goes like queen a3, there's rook d8. If rook e8 or f8, then I go queen g5. Okay, I'm just gonna do it. I don't see anything wrong with this move. Now queen g5. And then we go for the well-known mating mechanism. g7, g6, queen h6. Okay, 44.5% pass rate. I mean, we're made on h1, so the only possible moves here are checks. So queen d5 or queen e6, which one? Which one? Intuitively, I like queen e6 better. Seems to give me more options. Because king h7, there's rook f7. Well, it's not made immediately. King g8 again. Rook d8. It's made eventually. Rook d7, king f8, queen d7, queen d7. Why queen d5? Queen e6 looks much better. Because if it goes to h7, I'm covering g6 with my queen. Queen e6, king g7. Yeah, but then what do we do? What do we do? Queen e7, king g8. Is it only a perpetual? I doubt it, but queen d5 does have one idea, and that is to take on b7 with check. Yeah, okay. Queen d5, king d7, queen takes here, followed by taking this guy. And then, I mean, we don't even have to calculate them, we should slowly and surely come back. One idea is queen d5, king g7 takes, king g6, queen f7. So my intuition was probably wrong. Take this guy. We'll take this guy. Soft. Now we just come back somehow and we win. Okay. -1 though. I'm taking too long. Here we're down a piece. We do have a nice attack going. You can take on c7 with either a rook or a queen. Taking with a rook looks like the way to go after queen takes c7, king e6. Actually, I don't see any way forward, so I'm tempted to take immediately with the rook, then take on e8, and then see what I want to do. Although I can't see really what to do after king f5. Having said that, like queen b5 is just bishop c6. Queen takes c7, king e6. I just don't see anything else, so let's just go to this position and it's incorrect. Okay. It is queen takes, king e6. What did I completely miss here? Maybe move the bishop and threaten rook e1? I don't know. What? I missed mate in 1? Okay, the bad news is I missed it, but the good news is this has only a 32% pass rate. That was an incredible blind spot. Why did I miss that? Rook takes, queen takes. See the king goes here, but then queen takes, you don't see queen d7. Because the king is on d7? I don't know, that was a weird blind spot. That's something to think about. If there's some things that you keep getting wrong, you should try and figure out what they are. What, when, why, who, what? Oh, yeah. Okay. Having said that, this one up a pawn. Pretty good. I kind of want to play queen e2 just to just to threaten to take on f1. I'm actually tempted queen e2. If he tries like queen e3, I can take on b5. If knight d4, I take on f1. Just knight d2 check. If the rook moves somewhere, maybe I just go knight d2 anyway. Or knight c5. Maybe knight c5 is stronger. Queen has to protect the background. I can take this guy. I'll do it. He makes Luft, but now I take and win material. Is it better to play knight d2? Don't think so. We win a whole rook. Why should we worry about that? Why worry? Take the queen. Take the goddamn queen, man. Oh, he took her queen? He took her queen! I'm really tempted to play c6 here. Because pawn takes, queen f7. He has lost his escape square on c6. He must go to c8. I take on g8 with check. He goes to b3. I give him another check here. Come on. What? Queen f7, king c6, cd. So I took that option away. I have a feeling the other one should be okay. I have a feeling it should be okay. Let's go to it. Ah, come on. Another blind spot. He doesn't have to take it. Does not have to take it. He does not have to take it. He can go king e7. So horrible blind spot. Damn it, man. That's some sloppy work. You have to expect their moves also. Yeah, this one will be about it's called corresponding squares. So if I try to go this way to g6, I can't land on g6 as soon as he has the option to land on e5, because then I'm losing. It's going to be mutual. With the king on g6 and e5, it's mutual Zugzwang. Whoever is on move is going to lose his pawn. So if I go king g4, king e3, king h5, king here, king g6, king e5, he wins. If I go the other way, king here, king here, king here, king here, king here, king here. So maybe I should run for the a pawn. So king e4, king g3, king d5, king g4, king c6, king takes pawn. King here, king g4, king takes f5, king here f4, a7 f3, queen f2, queen h1. I'm in time. So okay, then the question is, can he chase me to the a pawn? As soon as I take, he plays king c7. Can he do that? So king here, king here, king here, king f4, king c6, king e5, king b7, king d6. King b7, king d6. So if I take the pawn, there's king c7, and it's a draw. So king e4, king d3, king d5, king f4, king d6, king d5. Wait some time. King d7, king takes f5, king d6, king e4, king c7, f5, king b7, f4, king takes f7, f3. That's not good enough. Ay, ay, ay. It must be that I go to e4. This makes so much more sense. Because going the other way doesn't give me the option of going for the a pawn either. So king e4, king g3, once again. King d5, king f4. Is there any benefit to going king e6, king g5, king d7, king takes f? No, I did that already. King c5, king c7. Wow. Ah, come on, let's calculate one thing wrong in my life, come on. So the idea is to go there. You can even chase me there. That's, ugh. This can't be this difficult. There's nothing on the board. Why can't I find the idea? This is obviously the last problem. It's taking so long. Okay, here's one idea maybe. Yeah. Okay, let's try thing. I have an idea. I'll calculate it in my mind first. Okay. 5, b7, f5 takes f4, moves f3, a7, f2, queen. No. Are you sure? Are you absolutely sure? It takes c7, g5, b7, f5, a7, f4, king f3, a7, f2. It's some sort of, unexpected move. I'm just going to start with, I'm fed up. We'll start with this. I could have done that a while ago just to get a better rating for the problem. But, okay. King d4 makes no sense. I can almost also play king d5 here. Because king d4, I mean, I have to spend an extra move here. Let's play king d5. I'll play king f4. So here I was thinking maybe king d6. Because, okay, if I go king c6, there's king e5. King d7, king d6. And he's in time for I was trying to make king d6 work here because now he can't chase me. If the king takes f5, there's king here. No, there's king e6. King here, take, take. Okay. King c6, king e5. Okay, I play king c7 there. King c6, king e5. I play king c7. And he doesn't have king e6. Oh, that's so easy. Why did it take me so long to see that? I kind of cheated because I played the moves. Okay, you could do that in a practical game, but you should practice seeing things. So I go here, and then I go to c7. See, he's chasing me. He's chasing me like a knight. If I go to b7, he goes to d6. So we're always like, it's like a knight movement. Oh, he chases me. So king b7, king d6, I take, and then he gets the opposition king here. But if I go to c7, he can't chase me like a knight. On d5, he's too late. No, it's not too late. King c7, king d5. It doesn't matter. What's wrong with me? I thought king c7 was brilliant. King c7. Now, if now it takes, then I go here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and he's like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I started so I can move queen here and here. King c7, king d5. Yeah. If I play king d7, He takes, I go to c7, he goes to e6, it doesn't matter. So maybe, well, am I just trying to get a draw? It was lost either way. I mean, it's too easy to get a draw. It can't be. Can't be the solution. But hang on a minute. Hang on a minute. King d7, king d6. What happens if we go to a8? We go to c6. We go to... Oh, it's too slow. Oh my goodness. 8 minutes on this problem. It's like ugh, it's like the worst TV ever. King c7, king d5. What can I do there? King d7, king e5. King c6, same position. Did I just triangulate him? Did we just triangulate him there? King c7, king d5, king d7, king e5. I go back to c6, same position. He has to move. He takes on f5. Now I'm in time. That's so cool. I mean, okay, if I go king c7, he takes on f5, then it's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 moves. I started. He has 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 moves to catch the pawn. We already said that, so he has to go king d5. That's a correct move. Okay, I like it. King d7. He has to go back to e5, otherwise he go for the axis pawn. And now king c6, and we made like a ridiculous triangulation, transferring the move to black. Now he has to release this tension where he chases us to the a pawn. Now we're simply beating him to the chase. So okay, that took 9 minutes, but I think it was worth it. This one has a pass rate of 22.7%. Okay, it took it took a while. I solved it, I'm happy. It was a very, very pretty idea. Very hard to see, but I think you need to see these things for yourself to appreciate them and also to improve, to find these ideas. And just look at that. I mean, there was nothing on the board. 2 kings and 2 pawns. And it took me 9 minutes, 9.5 minutes to figure it out. Not that I'm the king of the world, but I'm pretty good. And this shows how amazing simple positions can be. And why this is perhaps the most beautiful game invented, ever. Yeah, okay. So we'll end with this problem, a cool problem, which I hope you understood. A very important principle, triangulation, transferring the move to your opponent. And I do hope you took your own time to try and figure this one out, because it is and it was really rewarding. So thank you. Bye bye.